Hello and welcome to the Brick Creek. Today with the last part of the assembly of Mould King's 19008, the flagship edition of the tow truck designed by Lucius Switch 81. Nearly 11,000 pieces and 19 motors are this monster. There are two of these Bibles. And okay, this is mostly what happened in the parts 1 to 3 of the assembly, and missing is driver cabin and here the crane. Okay, the driver cabin I finished here in building step 17, the first building step of this video. It was nearly finished, it only had the roof and this here. Okay, now I have to assemble this here on the truck. That's not the problem. The problem is the pneumatics. Because we have all black tubes here and with stickers. And I recognized I lost some of the stickers. So I don't know which color what is. And yes, I hope I get this somehow done, that the function works correct. If not, that's my stupidity. I believe it will work, but I've seen it working from other YouTubers. So, but it would be much easier if they used colored tubes. That would be much easier. Okay, I try my best. So, and this is how it looks when the driver cabin is assembled. Yes. Okay. We have here a bigger gap, but this has to flip. So we need the gap here. That's okay. It looks a little bit odd, but yes, we need it. Yeah, nothing special. It's suspension. I attached the pneumatic. I hope it's the right way. We will see in the review. So in the review you can see my total conquer or my total domination or my total loss with the pneumatics. We will see. But so far, okay, next big step is finished. So let's move on here to the last part with the next 3 motors. And then we have it done. Yeah, I'm really happy when I'm finished with this here. I liked it, or I still like it to build it, but it's a little bit exhausting, and yes, it's not the smallest. Well, this is 18. We already assembled 3 motors here for the crane arm. These are opposite. This goes to this worm gear, this goes to this worm gear. Then we have here the third motor. Here is a problem. You see this gear and here this, it's nothing in, you know what I mean. In the instructions there are 2 of these gears, but then it don't work because it's the motor goes in one direction, and when both gears go in the same direction, that can't work. So use one of these here and leave the gear away, then it works. And here we have 4.15 meters of this here, and here we have 85 centimeters. This here is going out and in. Over here are in the next take I Google what it's called. Man, these are the words I already know, but when you don't use them, you forget them. That's the problem if you're so old like me and making videos in a language that is not your native language. That's always a problem. So you know what I mean. Yes, okay. Already no problem. Next building step, 19, bring us this side again, and 18 and 20 then, or 20 and 21 will make the crane arm complete. No problem at all. but you have really to be careful with stickers on the motors, that you know already which motors is. And the pneumatic tube. I have 30 centimeters over, so every tube you have to cut, make it a centimeter longer. You have enough in the end, you have enough. But then you have no problems, perhaps that some of them are too short. And yes, no? Okay, make it 1 centimeter longer. So building step 19, it brought us here the second half with all the frames here on this side. The next motors, or 4 motors, are now assembled here, and here this white cover. Okay, so far. And then here this boomstick, 24 of these panels here, of this curved. So this is a long tube. And yes, it's this set only for the parts and pieces. If you are a Technic mocker, then buy this set. You get so many parts. I believe you can build at least 3 cool Ferraris out of the set. You have enough motors, okay, perhaps the tires, but the rest must be enough here. The set is incredible only for the pieces. So if you are interested in having a lot of Technic pieces for a good amount of money, then buy the set, because it's really 19 motors and 3 accu boxes. You can imagine what this set will cost with Lego. At least $1,000, I believe, much more. So here we have done it, and yes, 1 building step left. This is everything's working, all the 4 motors are working, doing their job. This is sliding in and sliding out, everything is fine. So that's really nice. Okay, so last building step 21 brings us some additional elements here, and then the connection to the truck itself. And the only question I have at the moment is, where is the battery box placed, or where will be the battery box placed? We will see. And I'm missing the 3-length black axles. There was a whole bag, and 3 were missing. So I have 3 less. I used gray ones I have over from another set, and I believe no one will recognize where they are, but I have to mention it that 3-length axles were missing. Okay, so last building step 21, then we have finished this behemoth monster of a tow truck. And yes, I'm a little bit exhausted after that, because yes, man, this is this is so huge and already so heavy. I'm really curious how he will handle his own weight. Finished. 21 building steps, nearly 11,000 pieces, 19 motors. The flagship edition here of our tow truck is finished. Man, what a behemoth monster. Yes, I can, not nearly aware. When you see me, mostly they are big sets. I thought for the final words I choose this version here. So you see me and you see the whole thing, this behemoth monster in, yes, so you can, I'm a big guy, and yeah, this is a big set. Okay, building step 21 brought us the fixation of our crane arm here to the tow truck, and it's easy. 6 pins. You bring this here on and click in 4 pins here and 2 pins there, and that's it. Then we bring on the, I was asking where the 3rd accu box is sitting. It sits here. So this is nearly perfect with this cover here. Lucio again. On the other side is the same. You can open it. There's no battery box. There are only some cables. Okay. But you watched 4 videos, and together I believe 1.5 hours or something of that. And now you have to wait for the review, because I make always a single review. you want to see if it's driving. Yes. In the review I show you all the functions, all 19 motors, the pneumatic and everything. But you remember in the first video there are slip gears or slip clutch. It's gears, and when there's too much torque on it they slip through. So it prevents the cardan joints from breaking. And most of the other YouTubers I've seen who built this set, or people who wrote me they've built this set, they all told me, oh, with the slip gears you build in, it won't drive. But the problem was, in building step 4 you assemble all the motors for driving, the XL motors, and you bring on these slip gears. The real gears you can attach both, but the gears that meant to be in there were for me in building step 6, and I was really too lazy to disassemble the whole thing to get the gears. So you see, it drives. It's not fast, but it drives. Okay, so for all of you who wanted to see this here, yes, it's up. It drives. The other functions I've tested, they are working. I tested, the only thing I didn't test was the pneumatic. But I believe this will work too. Perhaps not in my assembly, but I've seen it on other YouTubers, the pneumatics are working. So, for all you guys who want to wait another 1.5 weeks for the review, I make it next week. Today is Wednesday and perhaps it will come out next weekend. So for all of you guys who don't want to wait for the review, you can buy this. It's a no-brainer. Okay, it is not easy with the cable management, and if you buy it now, you know, don't use the slip clutch or slip gears, use the normal gears, but it drives with the slip. And we have a big bug here in our rotation. That's a real bug, but it's easy, just leave one gear away and then everything works. That's the only two things. The rest, great. I've missed three length axles, but the rest is, I have a whole bag of pieces over here. So there's plenty of pieces over, no problem. It's a great model, and Lucio, you did an amazing job. This thing here, not that it works with this size and everything, it makes so lot of fun, it is so well designed, it has so clever solutions and so incredible building techniques. This is really an awesome set. 2 thumbs up. Okay, so you have to wait for the review. Next is a review without the building of a set. This here, perhaps you recognize the yellow, the black and the white. But the assembly of this set was no fun, so I don't make a video. After that I finished the Millennium Falcon, and after the Millennium Falcon we have the Death Planet. That's a Death Star from Mould with double the size, not double the size, double the piece count. And I have a fire truck which is actually spitting not fire, spitting water. There are water tanks in it from GNU or Happy Build. So these are the next videos. So thank you for watching. I am Frank, your Brick Freak, and I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye bye.